Hi everybody, we are going to present the Central Valley, California and Nevada. And the group members that we have here today is Valerie, Yahir, and Beto. And let's get started. Okay, so where is Central Valley, California? Because that's what I asked myself when we got assigned this. So we are the little light blue area, and the cities included would be Fresno, Mono, Santa Barbara, and San Luis also, and many more. I don't know what happened, but where in Nevada would we go? The only place in Nevada that we would go to is Reno, which it is right there. And so one of the first colleges that we would visit is the University of Nevada, Reno. And the cost after aid is $15K, which is kind of high up there, but when I was looking at some other colleges, it's kind of right in there with the rest. And one of the next statistics would be the graduation rate, which is 55%, which is a little bit above half, which is pretty good, but you know. And then the acceptance rate is actually very good, which I thought was 79%, and it was very high considering looking at some other colleges, so I thought that that was great. And then the two most common majors would be physiology, can't say that word,
Psychology,
which is 7.3%, and then the next best would be health services, which is 7.2%, which is just right up there with it.
So some of the fun facts already about this university is that first, it's very old. It's known to have some of the oldest buildings in the area, and one of them is the Jeffersonian area that is known to have these elm trees that have been planted as soon as the university was brought into existence. And it was also known to have housed the presidents. And the traditions that these students have is that yearly they always paint the end of their university, and it is assigned as a freshly new start to a new year, which also shows a really good relationship with the community. And as they call themselves a wolf pack, and you can see that their relationship they have grown as is very great. And students also like to enjoy themselves, and the university offers a lot of free entertainment options for them, including very local sites where they can go visit, including downtown to go just shopping, or even go to Lake Tahoe as well.
Okay, so what are some things that we can do while we are visiting Reno? So one of the first things is the Fleshman Planetarium, which is basically an exhibit for Earth and space science, and it is actually on the campus of the University of Nevada, Reno. And I was looking at some pictures, and they have a theater in there, which they have, it's like a big globe, and it's like the weather and like the solar system is like the huge globe, and it was really cool, and I found it really interesting, especially for some of the C5ers that might be interested in like space or earth science. And another thing that we could possibly do is visit the Rancho San Rafael Regional Park, and it was very beautiful, and this would probably be one of the last colleges that we visit since it is all the way in Nevada. So I was thinking that it would be a good place to kind of gather our last thoughts and kind of really get time to really talk about the experience of the week. And I just thought that that would be really nice for us. And one of the other last things that we could possibly do for a little bit more of a fun time would be the High Sierra Lanes Bowling Alley, which is $15 per lane. And I was calling the manager, and she said if we do have a big group, we might be able to get a discount, which $15 per lane, you could fit a bunch of kids in just one lane, so I thought that that was a great deal.
So as said, the person who was in charge of this was not here, but we're able to do this. So this is another university we found was University Merced, and a lot of it's really into sustainability, and even though the program has called the Eco Prep program with the goal of encouraging environmental behaviors And I have a cousin who went to UC Merced as well. I haven't fully asked her about how her experience was because of communication wise, but from what my uncles have said about her is that she really enjoyed herself, and as she went into the university itself, it brought her out of her shell and actually made her a new person, and she's going into her new career, and she's hopefully gonna go for an internship that she's gonna find soon at this program.
So the University of Merced, the average annual cost after financial aid is $13,000, which is a little bit lower than the last college, and the graduation rate is 64, which is a little bit more than the University of Reno. But the acceptance rate is a little bit lower, which is only 61%, but that's still really well considering other colleges. And the most popular majors would be biology, engineering, social science, business management, and marketing.
Next.
The nearby activities would be Lake Yosemite and the Varsity Theater and then a zoo. But I don't know about the zoo because that would probably be a little bit above our price range. But yeah, I don't know too much about all these activities that we could do since I did not look them up, but yes.
Okay, so the California State University of Fresno, it is a
Speak up so we can.
it is a public school with a acceptance rate of 50.2%, which is someone minimum wage have students getting in. It is located in the center, the center of California. Some things we could do there is the planetarium, which is basically what we have in the Griffin Observatory, where images of stars, constellations, and planets are displayed on the ceiling. And they have their own vineyard, which won a commercial award.
So when someone goes to college, the first thing they usually research is the majors there. Fresno, their top 3 majors are business, administration, and management. They have psychology and criminology.
So the planetarium could be used for entertainment purposes for us, but the price range is a little high. And it could be used for education purposes. And they also have their own laboratory farm, which has its own population of cows, and every second Tuesday of the month, they get free samples made from the milk products from the cows. So every time we could get free ice cream samples.
Their ice cream is really good, actually.
So some activities that we can do around there are the Chaffee Zoo. There's an underground garden and the Shenzhen Japanese Garden. In my opinion, if we were to visit one of these locations, I would recommend the gardens because we're going to be traveling for a whole week. So some of us might feel stressed or uncomfortable. So if we visit a garden, that could be time to relax and get our minds clear for the rest of the road trip.
Hello guys.
Hi.
Hey, so the university.
Can you see it? Is it on?
Excuse me.
Oh, but yeah, because it's recording, so I would say move in front of where
okay.
here is so we can see. Go ahead.
So this is the University of Santa Barbara. It is a very beautiful school. It's right located against like the cliffs of the Pacific Ocean. In my experience, because I've had an uncle who's actually went to the school for a very long time, it is like one of the most beautiful campuses I've ever been to. And I would say that like the programs that they offer there, they have a lot of like different opportunities that you could do. I know my uncle did like Chicano studies right there, and he went to a program for like 8 years there at Santa Barbara. And one thing I would also note is that they have over like 400 clubs there that you can participate in a wide variety of sports. Some of the graduate programs they have there is I don't know how to pronounce it, the Gertvitz, I'm sorry guys, the Griffiths Graduate School of Education, and the Donald Brent School of Environmental Science and Management. Both very good programs for graduate students. And this university, I'm sorry guys, so one thing that I did notice about this school is that the two vary in tuition costs. So in-state, it's very, I would consider it's like a very low cost compared to like out-of-state, you know, a couple $1,000s in difference. So I thought that was pretty interesting to note, and I thought the tuition was very, how do you put it, like affordable, honestly. I was very surprised by that.
Nice.
So the nearby activities, I would say, is like amazing. You know, it's located right against the beach, and you have East Beach, where you do a lot of activities like sports and have a lot of picnics. I know that we're going to be going in a very large group, so I think having a nice picnic by the beach would be very cost affordable, and we can have like our lunch there, and we can have, you know, walking against the beach, playing sports, that type of stuff. And we also have the wharf that they have right there. I've been there, and it's very beautiful, and there's a lot of activities like the Sea Center, and you can go to some of the restaurants and eat while looking at the ocean. And I know the college campus there is also very lively. So when I would go there with my uncle, he would take me to like the various bookstores and the cafes and like the restaurants. And I know some of the shops even offer like game night and karaoke and stuff like that. So I thought that was very like cool, and I liked it a lot. So yeah.
Any questions?
All right. Yeah.